Hi, welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese. We're going to continue our little journey into this ancient language. And yesterday we talked about a beautiful poetic Chinese expression to describe the end of your world, which is 天涯海角, the sky limit, the cliff of the sky and the corner of the sea. Okay, today we continue with two characters. 天涯何处无芳草. Okay, when you see 7 characters in this expression, that means it's probably not that ancient, because otherwise this expression, according to Chinese language expression habit, will be cut into 4 characters to represent the whole meaning. And this is more worthy, right? But it's not that much. It's 7 characters. So 天涯, the same. The end of the world, the sky limit. So that's 天涯. We have this sky limit, human figure below, and the spatial sense of like between you as human and the sky. That's the kind of vast space. That's our sky. And ya is made of this water sign and then this very visual depiction of a cliff piled by 2 soil symbols on top of each other. So that's like high up there, and this literally cliff image over there. So that's what 天涯, the sky's limit kind of sense. And 何处, 何处 is a question. It's like where, what place is Chinese way to say where. It makes sense, right? So we're asking about the location and we don't know exactly which direction to go. So that's 何处. 何 is a question mark, basically, for Chinese. It came from, okay, the human figure. So instead of this, like this human figure, kind of Eiffel Tower looking structure, human figure actually in Chinese a lot of times comes in this shape. So one is straighter, the other one kind of a draping over. That's human figure. And then the right is 可, means permission. How it came from, there's a theory. Okay, this is kind of a podium. So with a flat surface and with a stand over there. I mean, this is a pretty contemporary looking podium. And then we have a mouthpiece, a mouse symbol. So basically a box with 2 up tilted corner of the mouth. This is a mouse symbol. So there's something about speaking, about communication here. And this podium, according to scholars, is our location to communicate with the divine. So I call it the divine decoder. So there are people specialized in reading, in talking, communicating supposedly with the divine, so that you know what you're supposed to do. Otherwise, how can humans judge by ourselves what is right or wrong, which direction to go? We have to tune in to a bigger, power beyond our understanding. So this divine message decoding has been captured in our language, and it becomes 可, means permission, like you're okay, you're allowed to do. So that's because, yeah, the heaven says so, or the divine said so. You are okay to do it. So that's our okay. So human, okay, that means you're permitted to do originally. And then eventually this means we are not sure if we're supposed to do. So that becomes a question mark, like, okay, go ask the divine what they say. So it's like human standing next to the podium, asking the divine, what are we going to do? So that's the image there, 何处. We have this actually backward walking symbol with one leg sticking out from behind. So if you're walking, you pay attention to how you walk backward. You're going to stick out one leg further out, right? Because our human legs is made, the kneecaps is only one side bending, right? So when we walk forward, it's kind of easy. We reach forward, but when we walk backward, we cannot bend our knee the other way. So that's why we have to stick the whole leg out. So that Chinese character captured this backward walking image by this longer sticking out leg. And then this is a structure. So before the age of chair is contemporary, relatively modern device to let you sit comfortably. But before the invention of the chair, which is kind of ergonomic structure that you can sit and relax your legs, humans, when they sit, they have to have something on their back so they can recline to, right? So instead of having a chair, this is a device in ancient times, kind of a recliner. At least you can lean back even if your legs are still on the ground. So, I mean, your whole legs are on the ground flat. Picture, if you ever go to traditional Japanese or Korean, because they kept the ancient Chinese way of dining or living. It's a flat space with a little table on the bed, actually. And then you're just sitting, the whole legs are sitting on the bed. There's no chair structure over there. So this true means somebody is walking backward toward that recliner, that ancient time chair, basically. And this arriving there and stop right there, that's the comfortable place to be. This becomes our, the contemporary Google map, the destination thing. So that becomes the pointer, like that's the location you want to be. So what location basically is a worthy way to say where. Wu is our negation, and it came from super complicated structure. I don't want to go into details, but it's an ancient character for dance. And eventually that dance symbol, which kind of complicated, somebody holding up something and with two wood thing. And this is kind of a ballet legs standing on the toes or something like that. So it's a dancer, it's dancing thing captured in this complicated frame. And it was borrowed, this dancing was borrowed to mean no. How it happened, mystery in the language. 芳草, okay, both of them are related to this grassy sign, you see, and both of them have two of them. So two is enough to mean multiple. I mean, isn't two multiple? It's bigger than one, right? It's not single, it's multiple. And multiple, it doesn't mean just two of them. By two, we just mean multiple, means a lot of them. And we have both the bottom, 芳, it's a sound maker, sound like fang. And this is 早, kind of adapted to 草. So both are sound maker, but by itself, 方 means a square. This is a little bit difficult to explain why it becomes square, but according to scholars, this symbol means two parallel boat kind of merging, trying to line up into one line of boating. Probably the channel of the water channel kind of narrow. By some point you have to merge lane. Anyways, it's hard to imagine, but people use that to mean square. You square off, merging lane. And 草 came from this 早 symbol. So this is the sun. So we have this kind of oval shape with horizontal line, the energy signifier. So otherwise it's mouth, right? It's empty. But with a horizontal line, that means something energy emitting from there. That's our sun symbol. And then we have this bottom that looks like a fruit with shells that kind of bursting open. So the ripening of a plant. So the sun over the ripening of the plant, that's our symbol of morning or something growing early rising image. And this combined with this grassy image to fix down into the meaning of grass. So both of them are kind of a grass. And the feng has an additional meaning of aromatic grass or something floral grass. So feng has more feminine characteristic, I would say. So 天涯何处无芳草 simply is a question. 天涯, like in between the edges of the world, like within the whole world. 何处 is exactly where there's no floral grasses. Like it's like everywhere, like within the big world, you are going to find new pasture, basically, new grassland to feed on wherever you go. So I translated as plenty of a grass, but actually in the English concept, it's more like plenty of fish, exactly that dating app's title. which means don't worry, there are plenty of fish in the ocean. If this one, this girl, this chick doesn't work for you, fish again, there are plenty of fish out there. So 天涯何处无芳草 is a Chinese way to say to a man, most likely, because 芳草 is mostly female. So like, okay, you went through a breakup, don't worry, dude, like a bro, like don't worry, don't cry over it. Don't even spend one more minute lamenting over the loss of love or whatever. There are plenty of grass out there, like in the edges, within the borders of this world. Wherever you go, you will see new grass. So don't cry, just go search more. So that's a Chinese way of consoling somebody who just went through a breakup. 天涯何处无芳草. Cash into the currency of thinking by one word a day with Sophie. See you another day.